The core invasion of Imperion had failed, although the remaining troops would fight on until they were destroyed. It was then that the ARM commander recognized the singular opportunity to take the offensive, using the galactic gate against its creators. It would be the turning point of the war.
Alright, so here we are. This is going to be the final mission on Imperion. As the ARM, as you can see, we have a significant force, even playing on hard here. But that being said, it's not like we can just bum rush in. I will send in... Actually, I can't remember if there was units on a trigger or not, because that would kind of suck. We do start with a metal extractor, and we have... I think we're just getting 55 from all the stuff we have everywhere. All the various vehicles that technically generate energy. Yep. And then, yeah, I think the submarines... No? I don't know. I guess it's just the sum total. We got some submarines, we got some skeeters. I can't remember if we... Yeah, so amusingly, we can't build more naval stuff. So just what we have at the beginning is what we have, so we want to avoid wasting it. But technically, on these Tritons or whatever, we can send down... I can't remember, because so the actual Galactic Gate, I think, is on an island down sort of in the bottom corner of the map. I can't remember if there's any other terrain, so we'll have the skeeters kind of look around, see what they can see. That is sort of their job, their scout boats. As I get off to a very slow start here, my apologies. But we'll get a K-bot lab thrown up, and then tech into advanced relatively soon. Oh, and we have the first AK, which gets rapidly dispatched by the LLT. We also have, yeah, these 3 bulldogs, which are not the greatest. I mean, they're good. They soak up a lot of damage, I guess, relatively speaking, but their guns are just a little... Like, once they get actually, like, focused on something, I guess they're decent, but again, like, I feel like a big problem with TA is actually units' abilities to essentially just, like, track targets. Let's get a construction unit going there and keep the skeeters on their search pattern. Cleared out 1 core metal extractor. Keep pushing our vanguard forward a little bit as we secure additional resources. Someone took out the Jeffy. Sends the other 3 Jeffies. Oh, that's a big block of thuds. I kind of want to try and see if I can do a little D-gun multi-kill if that block hasn't broken up. What? Come on, guys. There we go. There's something weird going on. I guess we're gonna fall back. I feel like I should have gotten all those guys pretty easily with those D-guns. But for some reason, they did not die. Most mysterious. Alright, well, let's go ahead and... We can build some better defenses, but let's put up a few missile towers. Just the most overpowered structure. You don't bother with anything else. Let the fighters come on. We'll bring our amphibious tanks up. So I think our goal here, we'll just keep building. We'll get some more. We're gonna get some Phytos up and running. You know, more than what we start with. And once we're satisfied with our forces, when we'll really push in, and just clearing out some of these little outposts. Secure some more resources, of course. That is sort of the name of the game in NERTS. Yeah, we've got a couple AKs. So as long as, yeah, they appear to have stopped. So you can see, like, once the Bulldogs actually can, like, lay fire on something, it dies very quickly. They have pretty good, like, damage output. But the problem with them is always that they are just... It's hard for them to lay onto something. As we can see, we are at the point where reclaiming trees is already a good idea. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Alright, well, at least our forces were able to take out the thuds that our commander was having large struggles with. And there's a lot of yummy metal around here, so you'll be a nice mobile resource collector. It's kind of funny because, like, TA is a game that has static resource collection, obviously, predominantly, but because reclaiming is so important, it almost, in some situations, becomes reminiscent of games where, you know, you have the mobile, you know, or the villagers that, you know, you have to send out different places. Only problem with the Bulldogs so thoroughly annihilating the AKs is they only just leave the little, like, the pile of dust, basically, for the wreckage. Okay, so yep, this is where the enemy base is with the Galactic Gate. I think the Pelican is unfortunately a core contingency unit. So I think the only amphibious unit we have is going to be the Triton. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll peel these back off now that we don't need them as much. I mean, the commander himself is of course also amphibious. But I don't want to just solo in there with the commander necessarily. It is fun to see details, like, in a game that's old with, like, yeah, you have forest fires, and honestly the fire, like, I mean, you can tell it's nothing amazing, but, like, it's kind of impressive when you consider how old this game is. Oh, and we have the random radar jammer, which serves basically no purpose, in my opinion. So let's just turn it off, and then it can just be a nice little mobile. If we get it to stop, yeah, it'll be a nice plus 16 energy, I guess. That's what we can use it for. Alright, so we've managed to, we're still under fire from probably some storms, but we'll go ahead and pull those forces back. We've got a few more hammers now, too. Can you reclaim some of this? some of the big investment type things like labs, you know, really take a lot. Once we get down here, we can... Let's push the bulldogs a little further. I can't remember if there's any more metal in this direction, because that would be nice to just keep building our resource base, because right now it's... I mean, it's actually not bad for total annihilation, honestly. But obviously in the... First of all, wind being as weak as it is, and then plus, I don't think we have access to metal makers yet, either, which are, you know, they convert energy into metal, because energy is, in theory, the resource that, you know, is abundant, because it could be found anywhere, as opposed to metal, which is much more limited. So, we do have one metal spot here. It's just kind of a meh metal spot, but we will send our construction crew over, and then a couple of defenders. So yeah, if the thud... Oh, we got one hit. The problem is, again, the movement. If they stop moving, we can kill them pretty quickly, but the bulldog, a lot of these, you know, tank units are basically almost artillery. Like, the tank shots in this game are mostly very slow moving. You're just kind of lobbing them in like indirect arcs, which is cool. I know that they were just like excited, I think, when they were making the game about like, oh, we have this game where, you know, we have like all these calculated out shots or whatever. Everything's actually, you know, real projectiles, basically. Like, you know, you can have bullets hit trees and hit hills, and they won't, you know, it'll actually stop them, as opposed to, you know, just being a sort of magic wand like in StarCraft or something. Not to say that StarCraft is a bad game, it's just a different sort of philosophy, I guess you could say, behind it, where, you know, it was more just like, okay, you just... Let's try zippers, actually, this time. But, you know, in that game, it's more like, okay, the Marine shoots at something that's in range, and it just hits it, you know? It's not really being calculated out in any way. So there was a torpedo turret here, I think. I don't know if... And we'll send the submarines closer. We won't tell them to engage yet without support. Again, the bummer is we can't make any more naval units. So that's kind of a bit of a downside at the moment to any offensive we do. I don't want to lose the submarines. This is just probably gonna die, but if we can get him out of the fight, let's get him out of the fight. Who else is damaged? Pretty good. Just wait by the commander. Had an expertly placed metal extractor there. I think the force will be sufficient. Let's send in the zippers as a little backup force, and also give them some really close-in sort of melee options versus more indirect fire that most of our units down here currently are. Oop. Well, let's get away from the LL2. And you can see it doesn't really take metal to repair, at least it looks like. And honestly, I can't remember if that's the case or not. So it is far more efficient to repair your damaged units, as you would expect, than to just, you know, allow them to die and figure on just building new ones. Now that the enemy's resources are being significantly set back. We already cleared out that area. Commander, how about you build a metal extractor and then reclaim some of these wreckage? We have the core equivalent of the Defender and the Pulverizer. It's, you know, another missile tower. So the reason why the missile towers are so great in Total Annihilation is that they target anything. It's kind of like the missile trucks. Is it really, they should have probably made it where, oh, hey guys. They should have probably made it where, oh, there's another one. There's a lot of you boys. There we go. There's a nice multi-kill. Just keep, more tanks, please. I can do this all day. So it almost seems like when something's on a weird incline, the D-gun struggles with it. So let's back up a little bit. I've never noticed that before. Let's back up a little bit. Now, there we go. But you see how when he was almost like, on that slope, it seemed like we were having a lot of trouble hitting him. So let's back up. Let's back up to the Defender. And we've got the freshly repaired Zeus and some zippers up here too. Don't want the Commander to take too much damage. And our forces down here will kind of come in from the side a bit. Alright. Now we can bring the Commander in again. Need to. Okay, yeah, as you can see, do not attack structures by default. There we go. Shoot all. Wipe them out, all of them. You know, I'm actually gonna cancel the second advanced lab, because at this point I think we're about done with K-bots. And we're gonna maybe get some advanced vehicles. We send our construction bot around to find out what he can. Got some more zippers here. behind the wreckage. A little bit of micro, don't you know? Still got him. That's alright. It's a lot of storms, honestly. What's still here? Did the construction bots get away, or did we get both of them? I think we got at least one. I know that tank just slipped away. It'd be nice to get some more radar maybe online. Then we can figure out exactly where we need to go. Let's cancel hammer production, because, I mean, we're basically at an end to the use of those. Keep building a couple zippers so we can kind of, you know, quickly scout out the rest of the map. Just make sure that there's not pockets of fomenting out there. Okay, we got some more units down there. The structures, oh, there is a factory. Take that out, obviously. Lest we be surprised with some more tank unpleasantness. Oh, so one construction bot got away, but not for long. We have our veteran Zeus. Hopefully he survives. He's low health, but he's also a bit away from the main battle at the moment. We're pretty much just wiping or mopping up at this point. It's kind of fun to have a Zeus with 10 kills. Okay, so I think there must be something down there, because I'm pretty sure I sent something down that way, and it doesn't seem to be alive anymore. So let's dispatch some troops with all due haste. Probably pop up a couple radar towers in the middle here. Oh, commander's blocking the exit. Pop up some radar. Make sure that the enemy doesn't come back around. Lots and lots of metal for us to reclaim, and now we have access to pretty much all the metal spots as well, so we're pretty well set up for anything we want to do. Okay, is there one enemy contact? Yeah, looks like. Is that just a maybe that metal? I don't know. This hammer will find out what it is soon enough. Yep, just a metal extractor. Go ahead and send that to the depths of history. Alright. I'm thinking we've probably just about cleared this area then. There's, okay, we got some core vehicles just like kind of just stuck in the coast here. Last but not least, the last slasher goes down. Alright, well that leaves us pretty much to fend against the island now. Okay, so that torpedo launcher's down. I can't remember if there's another one around here somewhere or not. So, Commander can have a safer approach. Let's go ahead and cancel zippers if we're still making them. Go over, help rush that. Commander. I mean, we got all this metal to reclaim, but we don't really need to reclaim any of it, so I don't want to waste metal. Have unnecessary excess. Be a metal glutton. Metal is precious, of course. How's our K-bot doing? Okay, he's having a good old time. Amphibious tanks sound like they're having a delightful occasion as well. So yeah, we got a decent amount of enemies here. What's the commander's current health at? He's at a pretty good health. If we build up a little solar farm here, and then let's send the commander. He's got to get in position in that area at some point. I should have another construction bot. There he is. Can go on a little D-gun. Maybe I'll, do I have energy storage yet? No, so I can just build more generation capacity. But no storage. But that's alright. So we're going to have a pretty good energy income here soon. We're using a lot of it because we're rushing, you know, advanced factories, but basically we're going to be able to cancel production and most things soon here. I mean, at this point I don't even really see the need to queue up more metal extractors because I'm thinking the time it'll take to actually be worthwhile is, you know, it's not going to happen. So, we're almost done with our second advanced vehicle plant, at which point we can start creating another stream of amphibious tanks. Oh, we can actually build geothermal now, but I don't know if there's a so last map we couldn't build geothermal, but there was a geothermal spot. Now I don't actually see any geothermal spots on the map, but we have the ability to. So they learned from last time. They're like, "Oh, Commander, go ahead, take the design for this geothermal plant." Now that you saw one, and now it's like, well, a little too late, but, you know, fair enough, I guess. Let's do some forest beautification here. Let's reclaim the dead trees. This is, after all, supposed to be our home world. Where's the commander? Is he he's basically in position now? Alright. Because we can, what I'm probably going to do is have the Tritons peek up in front of me, and they'll obviously draw the initial fire, at which time the commander can, you know, D-gun the GAT turret. I think that's probably the wisest maneuver we can make at the moment. We can maybe... okay. Oh. I don't want to be too crazy with our use of the D-gun on this island, because I know it is very possible to accidentally destroy the galactic gate, at which point you're just kind of straight out of luck. So, I can't remember exactly where it is on the island, but I think we've destroyed the GAT turrets, so that's good. So let's pull the submarines back. Oh, there's the gate. Okay. You guys just take out the whole horizon and then you can withdraw. And we can order the commander to capture the gate. Which takes a minute. So yeah, I mean, I think at this point I'm pretty sure we've eliminated every core unit from the map. If we build another radar, I mean, at this, yeah, we can see we pretty much have full radar coverage, just about. There could be something that we missed right on the edge somewhere, but I'm thinking we got him. And we just, again, have to wait now. Just have to wait for the commander to capture the gate. Take your time. It's not like the whole war's waiting on you or anything. I don't know, what do you talk about at this point? You just, see any good movies lately? Oh, there we go. Alright. We have captured the Galactic Gate. Victory is ours.